This is Ramin from the Prophet of Thought series. Is this Cooning? The Prophet of Thought series.
Open your mind.
Take it away, X.
Thanks, little fella. You hear the word coon a lot on social media. It's a word that we don't use that often on our platform, but this particular incident deserves our attention. Now, here at the Prophet of Thought series, we don't usually comment on the foolish things that happen to drip from the mouths of TV personalities. However, this nonsense deserves an examination. Here we have Stacey Dash sitting on Fox News being quote-unquote interviewed by Mr. Ducey. Let's watch.
Actress and Fox News contributor Stacey Dash.
First of all, I'm sure she identifies herself more with being a Fox News mouthpiece as opposed to an actress, simply because she hasn't acted in anything in quite some time. Let's continue.
Stacey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, what do you think about this?
I think it's ludicrous.
Why?
Because we have to make up our minds. Either we want to have segregation or integration. And if we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET.
Stop there. First of all, most of the crap she's ever acted in, you will only see on BET.
And the BET Awards and the Image Awards, where you're only awarded if you're black. If it were the other way around, we would be up in arms.
You damn right black people would be up in arms. Maybe Miss Dash needs a history lesson. The reason why there are black television platforms is because of the lopsided nature of television geared towards white people. And remember, she said we would be up in arms.
It's a double standard.
So you say there shouldn't be a BET channel?
No, I don't think so, no. Just like there shouldn't be a Black History Month.
Okay, we must stop there. Did she say there shouldn't be a Black History Month?
There shouldn't be a Black History Month.
Yeah, she said it.
You know, we're Americans, period, that's it.
You mean we, Americans, that would be up in arms over white awards?
Are you saying there shouldn't be a Black History Month because there isn't a White History Month?
Exactly, exactly.
Al Sharpton has jumped on this boycott bandwagon. He says, don't watch because Hollywood, here's a quote, Hollywood has become like the Rocky Mountains. The higher you get, the whiter.
The whiter you get. Well, that's not necessarily true. And if it is, you know, that needs to change.
First, it's not necessarily true, but if it is, it needs to change. Incredible.
What I find astounding is that we've had a president who is black in office for the past 8 years, who gets most of his funding from the liberal elite in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there are not very many roles for people of color.
Now, what the hell does the president have to do with the whiteness of the Oscars? And what damn funding is she talking about? Is liberal Hollywood paying for the fuel that goes in Barack Obama's plane? Or are they buying his suits? And even if they were, how would that make it so black people would get more movie roles?
How can that be? And why is it just now being addressed?
Where the hell has she been? It's not just now being addressed. For years, people have been talking about how white the Oscars are. I know that, and I've never watched the Oscars.
I can understand Jada Pinkett Smith's frustration that her husband wasn't nominated for, you know, he did a great job in the movie Concussion. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, what does that say about how people are selected for these awards?
Right, that's assuming they're selected by race, which I think would be a very a disservice to the people who are looking at the films and making the choices.
Now let me get this straight. If the people doing the selecting or choosing by race, it would be a disservice to the people who are watching and choosing?
Maybe they need to be more, you know, integrated and there need to be more diverse people in the process of electing.
In the Academy.
In the Academy.
The demographics of the Academy apparently are secret, but for the most part, according to some investigation out in Hollywood, it's predominantly white males.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes, really, Miss Dash. Even Mr. Fox News white man knows that the selecting process is mostly white men.
Yeah. So maybe that says something about who they select, or are they looking for that, or the best movies and the best actors?
I hope they're looking for the best movies and the best actors. The good news is that there's attention brought to it now.
That's good news? Coming from the person who says this is ludicrous?
I think it's ludicrous. But like I said, over the past 8 years, we've had a president who's black, who gets his funding mainly from Hollywood.
There we go again with the president.
The elite liberals.
Yeah.
So it's odd to me that this has now become such an issue.
And another confirmation of how she's clearly misguided about how long this has been an issue in Hollywood.
Well, let's see what happens, because they are calling for people not to watch it. Let's see if the ratings go down.
I doubt it.
Of course you doubt it. What I doubt is Fox's judgment on selecting someone to give their point of view about this. It's not like she will ever win an Oscar for anything, ever. Except maybe this pander to the Fox News audience performance. An audience mostly Republican, an audience mostly white. Now, maybe Mrs. Dash wasn't cooning, as people would say. Maybe she had to do this as a prerequisite to getting her old job back on Fox News. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, she's one of the Fox News token Negroes, and she showed us why in this segment. But let's hope that this is just Stacey Dash's personality. This is who she is. It would be very disturbing to think that their so-called point of view was scripted and written for her, so Fox could have a black woman saying so many words that black people overreact about discrimination, even in Hollywood. Hopefully this is not the case, and she's just some mindless black woman who believes that there shouldn't be a black anything, you know, like a black face on Fox News. You would expect this kind of nonsense from one of Fox's usual suspects, but this is crazy even for a black person who works there. I like to think that she isn't being puppeted by the network as the resident Negro there to say, stop complaining, niggers. I mean, black folks. I'm black. I don't see anything wrong. Maybe she isn't dancing for master. Maybe she isn't cooning. Maybe she's just being Stacey Dash. Maybe these are her own opinions and not Fox's. Well, are they, Stacey?
No, I don't think so, no.
Come to think of it, this performance doesn't deserve an Oscar. It was despicable. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dash, but this might be cooning.
Oh, thank you.
It's her birthday today. Her birthday today. Her birthday today. Her birthday today. All right, Stacey.